seeing as many times as I've described this, explained, even answered questions, that it wasn't getting out to a big enough group of people. So I really do appreciate that. Originally, I wasn't going to accept it due to, well, due to the, I guess you can say the thoughts and the comments, messages, things like that. But it's been very, I do, the reaction of people are very, it is completely understandable. It is. But this, again, I do appreciate being able to come here and actually talk about this because it is truly a big misunderstanding.
Yeah, no, you get. So we're gonna dive into the first question that we
All
have,
right,
if
not a
that's
problem.
fine. We're gonna do. There has been criticism surrounding a comment you made about race in connection with the Peach Body. How do you respond to these concerns?
Personally, I'm actually very upset with the whole situation. I feel like I'm blindsided due to the fact that I've always been very inclusive with doesn't matter of color, gender. I again, I've been in Second Life for 19 years, and I've never had any issues with any of that, none whatsoever. So for these allegations to jump so quickly, it's been very shocking to say the least. But I one of the first things I ever did in Second was DJ, and I guess you can say I'm a natural entertainer type of a person, so I have no issues with answering whatever questions people have, whatever concerns. In fact, I would love to, as long as people are, as you can say, listening, open-minded. But you can only do that with a big platform, it seems. So again, I thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to explain what happened.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that people, and I want to thank everyone here willing to listen, because you don't have to. You don't, and I understand that as well. So thank you.
All right. The next question is do you mind explaining your vision when creating the Peach Body?
Oh, not a problem. Yeah, I wanted to create a body that everyone could love. Again, that's all races, all genders. It doesn't matter. I genuinely wanted to create a body that at the time there was a lot of demand for. You could say when it came to the fact that, well, for a couple of years or so, people would tell me the complaints they had with Cupra, complaints they had with Reborn, the complaints they had with features that weren't there, or the quality of the rigging, or things like that. And so, just as I have with all my products in the past that I've created, from my Dragon to my Wings and all the other things I've made, I always listen to feedback, um, and so I want to create a body that would fill all of those target demographics, which, funnily enough, actually, yeah, kind of had to do with the conversation that was going on when all this
All right,
happened.
cool. Yep.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of going back to my first question, but I'm bringing up the I don't know if people have seen, you know what I mean, whatever has been thrown out, but it was
Yes.
stated that the Peach Body was not made for the ghetto urban community. Would you mind elaborating on what you meant by that, and
Yes,
if it
that is
if
a
you
mis. Yes, I have no problem with answering that at all. I would never say that. I said that I wasn't worried about the urban community, in the sense that I knew that support was already there. I knew plenty of people already loved the peach, and I was discussing with this black woman that I had met, very nice, well, seemingly nice, and we were talking for about an hour. That was a very small snip that was cut of about an hour and a half of a conversation that was just hanging out, talking about him. Uh, she was giving a lot of support for the peach, saying that more people need to pick up the peach, and I agreed with that, of course. I've always tried to think whether their target demographics I can focus on advertising to, because the peach is for everyone. I even see some peach in the audience, and I appreciate that. It truly is. I'd love to see all of the posts, no matter what color, race, gender, and any of those things. Even furries, they've been picking up the peach. It's great to see that everyone has been embracing the peach, and it's been a very successful body for 2 years now.
Alright,
Excuse me.
I hear you. Next one is do you believe that all Second Life users should have access to and feel welcome using your product?
Oh, absolutely.
If
Yes.
so,
Yes.
how do you plan to address it?
Well, again, when it comes to this platform, and as I explained, I think it was your manager, Jessica. I've got an invite to, I guess, do one of these sit downs, similar to, I guess, at the plug. But I'll be honest, Jessica was so, I guess you could say, understanding, and understands where I'm coming from in the sense that I chose you all first. So that's why we're doing this here. Probably wasn't even planned, and I apologize for that. I know it wasn't planned for me either. But it's no different than when I hopped into the voice call. It's no different than when I tried to hop in.
Voice dot. Oh, here it is.
It's no different than when I hopped into another
Okay, here's my
voice conference
question,
that was going. Oh,
Why the fuck y'all giving this motherfucker a platform? After he said what he said. Why y'all even gonna spend money with this motherfucker? This shit don't even make no sense. I'm not sitting down. Fuck y'all.
I understand
sit
you're
down.
upset.
Fuck all y'all.
Where
do
is
understand.
all of the peach body? Cause I got some questions, nigga.
Why y'all gonna get this motherfucker a platform?
Yeah, we got some questions for y'all, bitch.
Y'all just gonna get ejected.
I got some questions for a
Excuse
nigga.
me.
Why the hold on.
You gotta hold
Why
on.
the
Please
fuck
take
did you
this
say
you're
you feel like you
wounded.
need
You're
to be
gonna
more
get
racist?
ejected.
How racist are you right now, little nigga?
Tweaked out, man.
Answer my question.
Man, settle.
Okay, money, period. We get you, baby. Go ahead, peach body. Say what you need to say, nigga.
Thank you.
Cause as a
did you
black
want to,
community,
Excuse
we
me.
mad.
Excuse
We
me.
mad.
Please,
nigga.
if you have any questions, please message me after I'm done talking.
Don't yell at me,
the next
bitch.
person
Don't yell
that's
at
gonna
me,
be
hoe.
talking
Bitch, who the
will
fuck
be-
is you yelling at, bitch? Don't yell at me,
I'm
bitch.
yelling at you.
Talk to
I'm
me.
absolutely telling.
Before some stuff happened, did you want to finish elaborating on the question that you had, or were you kind of finished on that?
Again, I'm here to answer as many questions as people have. Genuinely, I've never had problems with helping customers in the store, and sadly enough, this is how this whole thing happened. I'm going to do a post. The last post I had sent was that if anyone hasn't read that yet, I suggest they do. It might even help with their questioning. But I really put a lot of thought into it, and I wrote it out because it's exactly what happened. This has been a big misunderstanding that's been blown out of proportion. I've been here for 19 years, just really quick, and I have never been accused of anything of the sorts. And so it's sad, and it's made me very sad and very I feel lost when it comes to the situation. I would never insult another race, gender, or anything like that. I never have.
Yeah, that's why it's good you're addressing what you gotta say. But
Yes.
we have like a couple more questions, and you should probably
Sure.
be straight. But do you, following the controversy, do you have any plans to clarify your brand stance or make changes to how you market the peach body? Is it in the thing that you put in?
Can you give an example?
Like rebranding.
As in give it a brand new name, or
So basically, the internal part to the question is, Do you plan on trying to rebrand yourself to make up for the things that you've said or the racist comments that you've made? Do you plan on doing something towards the people that you've offended or making it right within the urban community?
Well, that's why I'm here. I wanted to explain that there was no intent to in any way be racist whatsoever. The person I was talking to had made a joke that people, again, their words, not mine. That's why I wanted people to read the post. They had said to me that, oh, seems like people are being too racist, against the peach. People need to start making for the peach. And I'm like, yeah, I agree with that, And then I joked and I responded the way I did.
Do you mind clarifying who you were speaking with?
I don't remember, as I had said before, last time someone had asked me this. It was just this woman that I had met, and then I mean, some people want to say that it was connected to the body release, but I'm not trying to say that. I don't know. I really don't know. All I know is they were very nice. They were there on my sim. When I was referring to the urban and ghetto community, it had nothing to even do with real life or any of those communities. I was talking about the description of the sim.
Question.
Sure.
What the fuck do you mean by when you said you need to be more racist? What does that mean? How racist
Sativa.
are you right now, bitch? Because
Please
if I'm
send your
being honest,
messages to Sativa.
most of the people that have patronized your body right now.
All right.
So what do you mean by that? That's what I'm asking.
I'm sorry. Next question, Nick.
It's not a problem. Like I said, because I really do care about my product that, again, I spent
You
3
only
years
care about
working
the
on,
black
and
bitches because they are the
care-
people that sent you that coin. Ain't no white bitches been buying that body like the black bitches been doing it. So what the fuck do you mean by you need to be more racist? I'm
No,
sorry,
it was
everybody.
in
I'm
response to
putting it
what
on the
she had
floor.
said. Did you read the post?
Yeah, how do I raise my hand to speak?
Yeah,
You have to.
you gotta
If y'all have a question,
Amani,
Send
rather
a
than
question
getting
to
on voice and
Sativa.
just eject their asses. You're not doing them.
Going to the next question is do you believe your comment was racist or do you think it was misinterpreted? Additionally, how do you personally define your stance on race and inclusivity?
I've always been inclusive toward everyone. As I said, I've been here 19 years and I never had any issues with it.
Mama, stop. Mama, stop. Can you speak up, please? Because some people.
Yeah,
can't
you're
hear
gonna have to
Mama,
redo that.
Mama, no, stop. I got it.
I'm not saying nothing to him. I'm just trying to hear.
Don't speak up. I'ma do that. I don't want you to get kicked out. I don't want you to get kicked out because you're speaking out. Sorry, could you speak up so everybody can hear you? Some of these people cannot hear what you're saying right now.
Y'all over here because the nigga owe her 10K.
Okay, you're about to get ejected. Keep on speaking out again. I swear for God, you will be ejected. I'm not playing with you.
About the ass.
Okay, y'all think I'm playing. I'm ready to eject a motherfucker. Y'all keep on playing with me.
I crashed anyway. That motherfucker was.
And you're still talking. I can't even see who's talking. That's the crazy part. My shit is lagging.
All right. I'm gonna re-ask the question, if you don't mind answering again, because I think some people didn't have you turned up. But the question was, do you believe your comment was racist, or do you think it was misinterpreted? Additionally, how do you personally define your stance on race and inclusivity?
One at a time.
No interruption. You will get ejected.
So, if that's fine, can you please message me? Even if you put a dot in my box, I will hold your place for you, and you will be able to ask your question. Is he Spider? Are you here?
I think his voice is cut off because we did the reset. I just messaged him.
There was an issue with the audio.
Okay.
It cut out, but I can hear everything. As everyone can hear me now.
Okay, yeah, we can hear you. All right, so
Okay, so let me just say this really quick, if I can.
Okay.
The reality is, I do understand. And I've always jumped whenever someone was upset with something, or like, again, I've never been through something like this. Again, I've been here for 19 years, so I am very shocked by this, but I understand why it would be very upsetting, very, very upsetting if that's how it was intended. This was just a conversation between two people. But I also get your frustration in the sense that big creators don't listen to anyone. That's why I'm here. Like, genuinely. I do care about everyone who's supported the Peach since I released it. Since day one. I mean, there's a big reason why it was so successful.
All right, so
I've never been racist. I will never be racist. Thank you.
We're going to have our first person come up with their question, and this is going to be Doll Bunny asking you her question, and she's going to get on mic.
Okay.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Hi, Spider. How are you?
Hey.
I don't think anybody asked you that today. How are you doing?
Not too good, actually.
Okay.
I've actually been really surprised by this, and that's why I'm trying to do whatever I can.
I can't imagine you're any more surprised than I was surprised to find a job and tell me I never had a job. Then she also promised me compensation and never paid me. I was very surprised by that. So I'm sure you're not as surprised as I was then. But anyway, let's move on. So I think what most of us here in the community are trying to really truly understand from you is we've seen you explain, and in my opinion over explain the context of the conversation you had with the young lady you had with and while I understand what you're saying the context was, I'm just trying to better understand. And for those of you who haven't heard Spider's words or his response, I'm going to read them for you verbatim. What pisses me off, and I think you are going to agree, if anything, I need to be more racist. Let me explain. There is already too many ghetto, black, and urban women who have and love the peach body. We need more white bimbo women. It's why I used it in the first place as the main model. I wasn't worried about the urban community. People need to leave the Inithium and get the peach. So I understand while you're giving us context to what you said, there's some alarming things here, such as being more racist. Can you tell us what you meant by that?
Yes. People, so what had happened was, here, I even had it in my statement, that she had joked that people need to stop being so racist toward the peach. More people need to make for the peach. And, she's like, yeah, it's true. That it seems like the only ones who are wearing the peach are the urban, she even said ghetto urban community. Again, no one heard the entire conversation. It was a small snippet that was cut out. But I was simply referring to the words that she had used. And it was a poor choice of words. I don't use those words in my daily life. I never have.
Okay, so that brings me, if it's okay, if we have time, if y'all want me to step down, I will, but I just have one more question. So even in that, with her using the word choice that she chose to use as what I understand, because I actually did hear the whole conversation. I am aware of the person you had the conversation with, because again, after you hired me, then told your assistant I never had a job, and then she told me she was going to pay me, and then she didn't pay me. I spoke to this person as well, who you had this conversation with, and I heard the entire audio, and she identifies as a Black person. So even if she's using this terminology as a Black person, what gave you the comfort to then joke and use these words as a non-person of color back in such a comfortable tone at that to a
Yeah.
Black person.
Well, I understand why it would be alarming, but as I said, we were both joking back and forth, and I never usually use those terms, so I was just referring to what she had said. It is really that simple, and it was blown out of proportion. That's all that's all that had happened. I never used those terms. I
Okay.
did not use the N word. I never used that either. I've
Okay.
never used those types of things. The misunderstanding with your employment, by the way, that's due to other things that I don't mind discussing with you in private. I have no issue with that.
Well, I've
It
been
has to do
reaching
with
out
my
to you in
real life
private, and you never respond.
well,
I do have
yes,
receipts.
but that's
I've
why I
reached out
had
to you.
Zoe
I've reached out
contact
to
you,
all of your
and she
customer
explained.
service.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
But
well,
that's
dog,
but that's why I had
And
Zoe
moving on,
contact
we
you.
can move
Yes.
on, but thank you for answering my questions. I truly
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
But yeah, if you do choose to,
the conversation. I
Okay,
wanna know
so
because
the
it's-
next person we're
well,
gonna
I have all
on-
my receipts. He hired me. I have a recorded phone conversation where he hired me as his blogger and social media manager. He agreed to pay me handsomely per month. I recruited all these designers. I recruited all these bloggers. And then he sent his assistant to tell me that I never had a job. I thought I had a job. She offered to pay me. And then a week went by. She never paid me. When I reached out to be paid, she blocked me. I went into his Discord, put in a ticket to say, hey, the person who I've been communicating with now has blocked me. And then they kicked me from their server. And then I spoke with the person who has this recording. And then the recording dropped. But that's all I'm going to say on that.
Wow.
Okay,
Okay.
dog.
So next we're gonna have Nani come up and
I'm
ask
done.
her question. Thank you,
I'm
Dole.
done.
As I said, I was talking shop and expanding the peach to more people who would enjoy it. That's all. And the laughing that you heard, as I said within the clip, was because I am so confident in the urban community that you already had love for the peach. There had been so much promotion and bloggers and no different than Bunny offering to assist to help with the social media and all that stuff, which again we can discuss at a later time. No, that's, as I said, we can get that taken care of. That's not a problem. Genuinely, we hadn't started anything because I haven't even been around, and she knows about that as well. I wasn't even on the grid.
Do you
I've been
want to
dealing
talk
with real
about
life
the subject?
situations.
Because y'all keep bringing it up and
Well,
you're not elaborating, and she has clearly made the statement of she was
Well, as I
vouching for
said,
her
I hadn't even
services.
started. Well, I wasn't even logged in. So she hadn't even gotten the passwords to access any of the social media that she was going to help and manage. She told me she was gathering up people to be prepared. I didn't know that she had already done that. If she has, then that was a misunderstanding and I can pay her for that service. That's not a problem. I've always paid fairly when it comes to any of my any of my
I'd like to rebuttal.
employees.
Spider, I have it in very black and white Discord conversations where I made you very well aware on several occasions that I had designers and bloggers lined up. Some of those people came
Lined
here
up.
in the
I
crowd
didn't know that you
today
had
who
executed
were
anything.
ready.
That's all.
I
heard that you
absolutely
had them set up.
was executed. Again, I have the receipts if anybody wants to see them. I was very clear that these people were waiting to be onboarded. I made it very clear.
Well, again, there was
You
a
had a very
misunderstanding
clear
there. Like I
plan.
said, I was very much wrapped up in real life. That's why you didn't hear from me personally, because you and I were discussing it originally. That's why. There's something very big going on in my real life currently, and it's been really bad. So I haven't been around too much, and that's what happened during that. So I wasn't sure what I was going to do as far as following forward. But again, we can discuss that. That's not a problem. I do want you to be compensated for the hard work you did, and I do appreciate it.
Now you want her to be compensated.
Honestly, yeah, I think for that situation, I think you should compensate her because it clearly seems as though there was a miscommunication on your end, and
Correct.
her time isn't
Yes.
free. But that's for y'all to
Yes.
discuss. in
Yes, I
private.
didn't. Again, as I said, I did not know that, and there was a misunderstanding there, and we'll get it taken care of. That's not a problem.
I'm sorry, but I didn't hear your answer too well about what my question was. Like, how are you moving forward from this? What have you learned from this experience?
Well, as I said in the statement, I should have recorded it. It was a friendly conversation. I should have really recorded it. If I did, again, receipts, right? You know, you would have had the full context. And I know for a fact it would have been different. I know a lot of people are saying context doesn't matter, but it was a tiny snippet of two people joking around the whole time. And there was nothing offensive said the entire time. So I do think it was a loaded question, and I was responding to it foolishly. And that's what happened.
Nani, do you have another question or no?
No, that's pretty much it. I mean, at the end of the
It's
day,
very
like, this is
unfortunate.
probably going to
I
be
don't try to
taking
upset
your business,
anyone.
and like, even if you do rebrand, people are still going to know you by your name. So like,
Well,
I
I've
feel
always
like
been very transparent. That's why I'm here. I don't want. I'm not trying to disappear and scam anybody. I'm not. I've always been very transparent with me, my company, and my products.
Honestly,
Always.
though, as a businessman, you need to understand that at the end of the day, whether you feel as if you said anything wrong or you did anything, you know, if you feel like you were in the right, you still have to understand that everybody who's in the sim right now is here because they felt some type of way about what you said. And all these
Correct.
people
That's
that
why
you
I'm
put
here.
possible-
Yes.
Okay, all these
And
people
that's
are
why I
possible clients
apologized.
that you've had.
Yes.
And all these
But that's
people
what.
have
So
heard what
giving a
happened.
free
the
peach
next
body to all
question-
black
But
avatars.
that's why
Excuse
I
me, I'm
apologized.
sorry.
Is what I was
sorry.
saying.
Hey guys, we're trying to keep people from just speaking out of turn, and I do apologize. But please just message me, and I will get you your chance to speak.
Sure, sorry.
When I found out
Thank you.
about
It's
this, when I found out about this, that's why immediately I had apologized, and people wanted more context, and that's why I sent the second post.
Okay,
But
so
I'm not
two
trying to
questions.
offend anyone. I'm not trying. I would never want to offend anybody. Yes, I'm listening.
The first question is,
Yes.
your previous question with Nani, you made the statement of, you didn't say anything wrong. It was a casual conversation, and you felt like it was loaded. If that being the case, why did you feel the need to go back and issue an apology if you felt like you didn't say anything inappropriate?
Because I couldn't say nothing, and everyone was demanding an apology, and I genuinely didn't want to upset anyone anyway. So, since I've never dealt with this before, naturally I'm going to apologize for upsetting anyone, even if it wasn't intended. I don't want to upset anyone, so of course I'm going to apologize. Whether I feel what I did was right or wrong, you know what I mean? Like, it's still the result of it has been catastrophic and much bigger than I ever thought it would have gotten. Like,
right.
So of course I'm going to address it, and that's why I apologized, and I do apologize.
Okay,
Genuinely.
and then the next question is, why did you think that it was okay to make the statement that you made with someone that was a complete and utter stranger to yourself?
Well, we were talking for about an hour, as I said, and I was simply, I don't use those terms. I wish I had the recording. I really wish I had that recording. They had said the word, I was simply referring to it. Those aren't words I use.
Okay. Somebody else asked if you would, are you planning on giving the urban community women free bodies? That's the question.
That's a very, it's a complex, yeah.
Yeah. That's going to be a no, as far as it's not going to be a great decision for him to make business wise. I'm going to answer that one for him. Someone made the statement of, if the apology that you are issuing to the urban community, if someone was issuing that to, I don't know if you would want to say the Caucasian community or to you personally, would you accept your apology, or would you feel that it is sincere or that it is being a genuine apology? Sorry.
I feel that, as weird as the situation is, I always try to be open-minded, and as I appreciate all of you doing, because again, none of you have to be here, so I do appreciate that. And so I would try to be open-minded as well, even if I was very offended. But that's just how I am. I've always tried to be open-minded. It was a weird situation. I apologize for it. It was never, again, it was never intended to go anywhere. So this was planned. Clearly, it was planned, and it's a really big mess.
Are you saying that the conversation was planned, or
Yes, yes, because there's no laughing in the clip. You would have heard her laughing. It would have been longer snippet or something. They snipped the section of the hour and a half conversation that we had.